Good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Tim Williams here in the WJZ studios, tracking the potential for some severe weather moving across the area. What you're seeing here are the alerts we have in place right now. All of the yellow there is a tornado watch. Went into effect just about 30 minutes ago as of this update. Just around, say, 1:30 or so, tornado watch went into effect for the entire viewing area except for Garrett County and the farthest west edge of Allegheny County. We're looking at the potential for tornadic activity, just isolated tornadoes. And what you see down here on the bottom left of your screen there, that orange, severe thunderstorm warnings. We've been watching severe thunderstorm warnings popping up as this system has continued to move across the area. They really trigger and then they move out of an area pretty quickly. These storms have been moving at a rate of about 30 to 40 miles per hour at times. So what you're seeing here, live radar, Doppler radar showing there that this has been a very active system. To the right of your screen there have been a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning involved in this. Moving across the lower eastern shore, Salisbury has seen quite a bit of thunder and lightning. Ocean City as well, a lot of lightning strikes there. And you see the severe thunderstorm warnings are popping up, the orange there, as we're moving this system from southwest, moving up to the north and northeast. And they're just triggering as they go along. They are triggering county by county, coming in from Virginia, some in the western edge of Virginia, moving right on across the central portion of the state, right on into the D.C. area from, say, Fredericksburg up toward Dale City. That portion is moving on in, and we'll start to see some of that activity getting toward D.C. into Rockville, and then starting to make its way up that 270 corridor up toward Frederick. Hagerstown, you might duck some of the heavier winds out of this system because it seems to be ducking under you and moving over toward Frederick. But as it's moving over toward Baltimore, we can expect that between about now and, say, 3 o'clock, some of those heavier showers will start to move into the western suburbs. Woodlawn, you're likely going to see some of these heavier showers making their way through. And as you see, as the radar starts to move through, when the severe thunderstorm warnings pop up, when the orange pops in, you see the arrows giving you the direction of these storms. So Woodlawn, you'll see them. Rockville, of course, up toward Frederick. Columbia and Howard County, we'll start to see these up toward Ellicott City, and then we'll start to see it moving across over Baltimore into the 95 corridor. Bit of a gap right now in the 95 corridor, really on the eastern shore from northeast Maryland, right on up in Cecil County, right on down really into southern Maryland. It's going to take a little while for this system, this next line, to move on through, and the optimum time is going to be between about now and about 5 o'clock. The front that's pushing all of this along, that's helping to lift a lot of this moisture in from the south, and our temperatures now in the 70s. That combination of the warmer temperatures and the higher humidity levels, the moisture, is really helping to fuel this. But even with that, the major issue, unless you're directly under one of these storms, is not so much the heavy rain, it is the wind. The wind is a major factor here. The tornadoes could possibly spin up because of the wind directions, and this system is going to take until about 5 or 6 o'clock before it starts to move off to the east. So right now, temperatures are sitting in the 70-degree range. It is not an afternoon where we want to see a lot of sunshine. When we see the sun, when there's this much activity, all the sun does is starts to bubble up the atmosphere in any location. It starts to really get warm, it gets heated, and the instability really starts to, the area starts to get really unstable is what I'll say. 74 now at Central Maryland. That temperature is at BWI, Thurgood Marshall. 75 in Westminster, one of the warmer spots on the map. We have 73 in Frederick, 72 in Easton. Cooler temperatures down on the shore, down in Ocean City. But again, we're still seeing a lot of activity there. So in the bigger picture, there is an enhanced risk for severe weather, the severe thunderstorms, in this case, the winds, damaging winds potentially, the torrential downpours, possibly some flooding rain, and certainly the chance for some isolated tornadoes. And that is for all of this orange area, really from all of central Maryland over toward, say, the easternmost edge of Carroll County, Westminster there. You're seeing it right on along the edges of Baltimore, right around the Beltway, down toward D.C. And then we have a slight risk from Carroll County down through Frederick, down toward the western edges of D.C. That is down toward Dale City as well. And then a less marginal chance, less of a risk for the severe weather the farther west you go out toward the state. And the setup is very simple. Along the eastern portion of the mid-Atlantic, we're seeing that severe weather setting up exactly in the areas we're seeing the storms already forming, and it is because this cold front is going to be pushing a lot of that moisture in our general direction. It's going to collide collide with that warm, humid air, and it all just kind of lifts across the region. And what we'll be seeing here until at least about sundown or so is all of these elements coming together for the potential for severe weather. We'll continue to keep you posted throughout the afternoon, certainly here on WJZ at 4, at 5, and at 6, and certainly as it warrants as we get through the afternoon. Stay tuned. Download the WJZ weather app. It will keep you abreast of all of the alerts as they are issued from the National Weather Service. We'll see you soon.